This time on Project 49, we get the last bits tied together and ready to take to the painters, where we spend a few days prepping for primer. Well viewers, we had a bit of a whirlwind getting everything ready for paint. It turns out that there was a lot more than we thought left to do. The deck lid needed its internal paneling putting in, the doors needed some attention. Ned finished off putting all the clips on the wheels because all of those would need to be painted. And finally we needed to assemble all of the parts that needed painting that Ned had painstakingly collected over the last year or so.
You know this car has cloth wing beams?
What?
Oh, that's weird, isn't it?
I suppose it would have been way cheaper than plastic though, wouldn't it?
I guess so, yeah. It looks nice. Some guy came up to me at Bad Camberg, like, stranger, not Bad Camberg, Hessich. And he was like, oh, you have a 49. I have the wing beam.
You got only €2,000.
And do you know what? It was like €60 or something. It was quite reasonable, I thought.
Yeah, because to be fair, we're looking at wing beading to what's like 3, and it's more than that. But we did it, and in time. Well, sort of in time. The transport guy is here, and we've only sort of got the shell ready.
Baloo!
How do you do, right?
How you doing, dude?
Have you seen me on the camera? How do you know it was me?
You alright?
Yeah, good.
How do you know it's you? Because you're coming to pick up a car at 11 o'clock. It's 11 o'clock. We're just stripping a wing off it, and it's 2 minutes. That's cool.
Yeah, that bolt on the floor and him not cutting with the grinder with the glasses on. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Safety squids.
Yeah.
Cut it, turn it.
Okay, did you say you brought some shrink wrap?
Yes.
Alright,
Yeah.
wrap this up.
Yeah.
Is it still raining?
No, it's wet on the road though.
Alright, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up good.
Wrap it.
Wrap it good. Let's wrap it up. Alright, so I think the secret of this is really pulling it, isn't it?
I think we're the wrong way round, so I think if we spin it once, then we use it like this.
Is that better, isn't
It
it?
works easier, yes.
Now to do the paint, Ned has chosen a good friend of ours, Steve-O at Double H Restorations. Steve-O is very good at what he does and is very meticulous. After all, he paints show cars for a living. But he's given us a very particular order of how he wants things to go. His biggest ask is that the shell doesn't get wet in any way on the way to him. Well, not that much of a big deal, I hear you say. However, here in the UK, we've enjoyed the wettest February in years, and even when it's not raining, it's just wet everywhere. Now, we wanted to try and get an enclosed trailer, but that was just going to be ridiculous, so we had to come up with another idea.
I still don't think that's going to last all the way, so
You know?
no. In my experience, when things are strapped up, the wind gets inside them and they start to blow.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think
think
it's not
that-
going to get inside it, is it? 'Cause it's a sealed unit. Potentially.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think it's going to blow.
Yeah.
I know that sounds really sceptical. I've just seen it before, and they just swell from the inside, sealed or not. They're like
Like you
even-
say,
here
you
we
see
go.
them
here's
drive
the
down
one.
and they're like flapping like
So
that.
the armadillo, we drove that back with, it was on the chassis, but it wasn't sealed to the chassis.
Yeah.
And we drove it back from Seasides. On the way back, the door flung open
Yeah.
because the pressure had just built up inside it so much, it actually stretched the whole caravan enough to chuck the door open. And it's the same principle, but we should see.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm intrigued. Though, like, yeah, I want to
I'd say
find out
that's-
in about 2 hours. But
I'd say that's pretty well wrapped.
yeah.
I've got it! I think we're going to have to put it like that. Just lay it down on our end. Let's get those stands under for these guys.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Alright, hold on. Just need to get under it. You ready? 3.
That's it.
Hold on a second. Keep it going. Right, we're going twisted. Hang on, let's straighten her out a bit. Right, ready?
3, 2, 1.
That'll do it.
Excellent.
But like I said, it's his load, isn't it? So he's responsible for it. Down.
I just went on his car.
Oh, you're alright.
Think so.
Alright, place your bets whether it comes off or not.
Overkill is underrated.
I'm 75%.
Okay, let's go.
So we've come to Steve-O's place, Double H Restorations, for him to work his painting magic on the 49. We've gotten very lucky here, as Steve-O is a great painter. He's also a good mate, so he's agreed to do a great rate for Ned, but also for us to come and work under his guidance to do a lot of the time-consuming rubbing down and prep to save more on the bill. This really wouldn't be happening yet if it wasn't for Steve-O, so we thank him a lot for that. So in the few days that Steve-O's had the car before we arrived, he's come up with a pretty extensive list of things that are going to need to be done before the car can get primed. Now what, I hear you say, isn't it primed already? Yes and no. It is primed, but that was purely to stop the bare metal from going rusty while it was in the workshop, because we knew it was going to be a decent amount of time before it come to paint. However, this primer is the one that's going to be used as the paint job. But to get there, we had to prep it and also prep it to Steve-O's satisfaction. This included wings, deck lid, door repairs.
That's probably the historical one. There's one here, and then, like I say, there's trim holes. So that's the historical one. That's where I dropped it. Yeah. And then it's like
Some welding.
I don't know how well this is going to weld because the metal is really thin. Yeah. So, yeah, a nice slow mo and blowing a big hole.
Yeah. Rubbing inside, rubbing outside, under, on top, rubbing the surfaces flat.
I want it to be completely smooth.
Yeah. Well, I can do that. I just can't guarantee how much metal's in there. Yeah.
Some straightening, staring, fitting, unfitting,
When this is done,
refitting.
I guess it's this line that matters, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, rubbing and rubbing and rubbing.
Much later.
How does this thing look? Got a tiny bit of pitting. A tiny area of pitting.
Just here. Yeah.
How long do you reckon it's going to be?
What, 3 weeks?
I'd like to get it painted next week.
Yeah? Yeah.
I'm always very optimistic with my time scales though.
Got to flatten the entire car,
Yeah.
flat the primer, then I'm guessing you're just doing, what, just 2-pack?
Yeah, just straight.
Yeah.
Direct, well, it's not direct gloss, it's direct satin, but yeah, just one shot. I think the thing that'll take the longest time is seam sealing all the body shell.
What stage do you do that after? It's got prime it and then do it?
Just after you've prepped it, just before paint, it's the last thing.
Yeah. So I've never done it before. I've never done the seam sealer.
Yeah, if you put it on before you prime, you build up the paint over the sealer. It's too thick and it cracks.
Right. Yeah.
So
it's too rubbery.
Do it just before paint.
Finally, it was time to dust it off, clean it up, and push it into the booth for Steve-O to lay some new primer down. Here's a little preview of the primer that's been put on for you to enjoy. We've been trying to keep Ned's colour choice a bit of a surprise, which has led to posts on Facebook like this one. And that's led to then Steve-O sending us this picture this morning. Yeah. As always folks, thanks for watching, we really do appreciate it. Join us next time when we have a whole lot more rubbing down to do so that the Beetle can then be painted in its top coat final colour.
Oh, that was so good.
Ciao for now.